that. Speaking of foolishness, my Texas girlies and my Texas gentlemen, okay, listen, I love y'all down, but we're gonna have to talk. First of all, I was on one of the independent media, networks. I don't watch mainstream media anymore. I watch only independent, shows on YouTube. And there was this video talking about some old Ted Cruz. Oh wow, because mind you, Texas has been going through like a whole flood and everything. And, my condolences to the Texans and everybody that passed away. I heard that there was a bunch of children too that passed away during that flood, which is crazy. So my condolences to to the state of Texas. But so there's literally been a flood that's been going on for like the past a day or two. It's been I would say like the past 2 days. Then I see this video on YouTube saying that how mind you, there's a whole flood going on in Texas, and Ted Cruz apparently took a vacation to Europe or something. And I'm just like, and if y'all don't know, Ted Cruz is a senator of Texas, so he was elected in Texas. And I'm just like, okay, at this point, I can't even get mad at Ted Cruz anymore. At a certain point, I need to be angry at the voters, because. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those like people that like to criticize, because that's what these like that's what these freaking neoliberal people like to do. They like to criticize the voters for not voting in the particular politician, even though we should be blaming the politicians for not selling us on their message or not having actual policies. But in this situation, I do have to kind of shift this towards the voters, because to me, I don't understand how Ted Cruz did this the last time, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't Texas go through like a whole weather, situation a few years ago, and Ted Cruz ended up going to Cancun, and y'all gave him the nickname Cancun Cruz or something like that, or Cancun Ted. So he did this the last time, and y'all still re-elected him into office again. And then now there's a whole flood going on in Texas. A whole bunch of children passed away, floods all over the place. And this man took a vacation to Europe. And it's just like, at a certain point, at what point are y'all going to stop taking the disrespect? At what point are we going to look at these politicians like, okay, y'all not going to play on my dime, on my taxpayer dollars. Y'all not going to play in my face. This will be your last time in office. And the thing is, that should have been the last time when he went to Mexico over there in Cancun. That should have been the last time that y'all reelected him into office, but y'all reelected him again. And then on top of that, now he went to a whole trip in Europe, and people are upset. And I'm like, I don't know, like if when he's up for reelection, are y'all gonna continue to keep reelecting him?